It is time to expand minds through movies, TV, sports, and flicks. It is time to boldly go where no podcast has gone before. It is time for the Captain Talks Flicks.
The Captain Talk Flicks.
Welcome to the Captain Talks Flicks podcast. I'm your host, the Captain Cortez, aka Mr. Love, and this is where we talk flicks. And ladies and gentlemen, this week, I'm going to tell you something that I was thinking about this week. About movies, TV shows, sports, cell phone screens, smartphone screens, social media. That I kind of was proud this week. I was like, yeah, that's the main thing I've gotten out of all these things in the last, 40 some years of being on planet Earth. So I'm gonna get into that. First couple things. I want to give a shout out to Tucson, Arizona. Got some plays in Tucson this past week. Gracias, gratitude, Todoraba, and Tucson, Arizona. I've always wanted to go there. Now on social media, I follow a lot of peeps from Arizona. A lot of peeps over the years I follow. Saw some lady got married recently, was getting married, had a baby. Other ones doing cool stuff, working, going to cool stuff. A lot of cool peeps over there doing cool stuff. I've always wanted to go there. So yeah, great area, Arizona, Tucson, all those spaces look very nice. Weather looks good. So thanks for listening. Appreciate guys' gratitude. And additionally, this episode is brought to you by my album called Welcome to the Great Game by me, Che Cortez. It's me rapping in my unique style over electronics, like beats. And in this particular album, I'm talking about that life may be perceived as a game, possibly. And in the songs, I'm laying out what I think might possibly help you in this game. So if you want to hear that, put it below, check it out. Now, let's get to the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, so I am currently a 50-year-old man. I've been on Earth for 50 years, bro. It's a long time. I'll be honest, I wasn't sure I'd make it here. But here I am, 2026, 50 años, 50 years old. Now let me say this, I'm glad to be here. Viver de boom, living is good in Portuguese. And one of my mission statements is, every day I get up and do everything possible not to die. That sounds kind of, morbid and negative, but it's not. It's like, bro, I love living so much, I don't want to die, and I do everything in my life not to do it. Now that's going to lead us into what I'm talking about this week. Now over the last 50 some years, or whatever years I've been watching TV, movies, TV shows, sports, social media, any way that you can watch some kind of story or a screen, I've been doing it for the last, 75 years, even video games. The video games are the same thing. So in all these particular areas of life, these digital manifestations or depictions of reality, there's a common thread that links all these throughout time. Go from now all the way back. The one thing that is happening in everything you ever see, every show, movie, whatever, video game, there's certain things that happen in all of them, and I'm gonna get into it right now. Now the commonality between all these particular things is choosing their adventure. Back in the day when I was young, they had these books called Choose Your Own Adventure. This is essentially what's happening in all these things. It's happening in real life too. Now I'm gonna go ahead and break that down a little bit. In the shows, movies, video games, etc., they're basically doing four things, in my opinion. Now this could be totally wrong, but I think this is what's happening here. They're either doing something, not doing something, saying something, or not saying something. Now if you look at all TV shows, all movies, all everything, this is essentially what's happening. Now, from those four decision choices, there's a multitude of things that can come off of that. But as an individual, I feel that this is what we're doing on a regular basis in the TV and in real life. And so when you do those things, people will respond to those things. They'll do the same thing. So all these characters in these shows, TV shows, are doing that, and they're kind of bouncing off each other. Now the way this plays out with all these humans is infinite. There's infinite ways that this can go down. And now you add the digital element as well. So there's all these humans saying something, not saying something, doing something, not doing something, and we're all interacting with each other. And this is essentially what you've seen on the TV screen for so many years. It doesn't matter what you're watching, this is what's happening. And so based on that, if you watch TV shows, sports, documentaries, anything on these screens, computer games, video games as well, even books not in the screen area, but books as well, but anything with a story being told and people make decisions, consuming these things or watching these things can help you immensely in life, in my opinion. The reason I do these podcasts is so somehow we can get the lessons of how to live life better, right? I always talk about these podcasts about making better choices. When I was young, I really didn't do it, to be honest with you. I was not making the best choice because this wasn't as knowledgeable, right? And as you grow, if you take time to learn more things, you'll help you make better choices and better responses as well, right? Because I feel it's all about choosing and responding to the environment, people, things, all these things, right? So as someone that's went down the rabbit hole, so many different productions, TV shows, movies, video games, you name it, I've borrowed what I've saw on these screens and implemented it to my own life. And over time, by doing these things, I have been able to navigate the human experience just a little bit better, slightly better, no, actually a lot better. It wasn't until like maybe the last, 20 years where I began to understand that I really study these things. I'm watching these shows, Googling things, learning things, understanding words, language, ideas, possibilities, options, right? Now, the thing is, we make these 4 basic decisions they do in the show as well. And then when you add language to saying something, not saying something, it adds a whole new layer of what's going on here. Now, real quick, there's a movie I'm going to watch probably today called Awareness. And in this movie, there's some guy or person or team of people that can take and go ahead and put illusions into your mind, right? He has the power to cast illusions in your mind. But watch today, it should be interesting. Now, based on that particular idea, it sounds crazy. It's, oh my gosh, it's amazing. There's no one can do that. Now, they can't directly take their mind and put it in your mind like some X-Men or superhero, but there kind of is a way in reality to do that. Based on the words, speaking something, not saying something, but I just said earlier, you can maybe paint picture stories that sit in the mind where they will imagine and create these things in their mind. I've experienced it many times. Many people have done this to me over the years. And once you start feeding into and believing it, you'll make choices based on that, right? You will. I mean, it's not quite the same, but it is the same. It's done in sales all the time. We're trying to sell something, an ideology, a car, a house, a pencil, a pen, a service. It's all in the language used, the signs used. And do you believe I need it? Do you believe I want it? Do I believe in what you're telling me? And I've talked about this in the podcast so many times, over and over again. Now, as we navigate life is super complex and it's not at the same time. In order to navigate the complexity of this, like I said from the jump, if we study scenarios, shows, sports, and how choices are made, how they're not made, we also study history, depictions of that, we might just level up mentally to just make better choices. That's, like I said, it's a whole goal. There's some people online that are in the hip hop community that remind me of myself when I was young, and they're super aware, super lyrically sophisticated, but they're young and they're still learning, and I see myself where I was at like 20, 30 years ago. It reminds me of myself a lot. And I remember where I was at. And I felt when I was in that space, no one really passed on to me knowledge, information I think would be useful to navigate life a little bit better, right? Just a little bit better. And that wasn't there for me. Now, the internet wasn't there like it is now. And there's a lot of resources that weren't available when I was younger. So I feel it's my duty as a human being to share information I've learned that I feel will help young people and any people just do better in life. I want you all to win. Now, there is a thought process that, there's not enough for everybody. And I don't, believe that actually. I think there's enough for everybody. With collaboration and respect and dignity, we can navigate life better as a community, combined as a collective, where I feel a lot of that's not being done now. There's a lot of division as you see in the internet and in real life. And we just need to get past that. I feel we do. I mean, maybe we don't, maybe we can't, I don't know. But I feel by, watching these shows, learning from them, and sharing what I think are good lessons, that maybe we can think a little bit better, make better choices, and do just a little bit better in life, right? And I've laid it out through all these podcasts and in my music. My music and my podcasts are just the blueprint that I've used to navigate life, to improve my situation. I've been very low, maybe not as low as you've been or others have been, but I have been low when I started out. And I went through a lot of adversity over the years. People that know me know that story. They know where I'm at today. And it took a lot of time and effort in learning the choices and making bad choices to figure this out. And so as much as adversity was for me and other people I know, I don't wish it on you. I think the younger generation should always have to have less stress, pressure than us. I'm a Gen Xer, I'm older. You younger guys before me should have way easier than us. I do not see you guys as adversaries. I see you guys as the next stakeholders, key holders, guiders, people that are going to run the world. I know this is true. I know there'll be a transition to that. So there should be some collaboration and growth together, in my opinion. Now, not all Gen Xers and Boomers might feel the same, but this is how I feel, right? And I feel it's my duty to take the lessons I've learned from living life and just share them with you guys. And maybe you think I'm no talk, maybe you don't, I don't know. But hear my words, hear what I'm saying, and maybe you'll learn a little something, maybe you won't. Or you think I'm totally wrong, that's okay. But no one did that for me, or minimal people did that for me. There's a few, but not as much as is out today. And it made it more difficult for me to navigate life. So I want to pass it on to you guys. Pay it forward, as they say. So ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate all you guys. And as you watch these screens, these shows, these sports even, pay close attention. And just what can we learn from these stories? And one last thing, I also highly recommend that you go ahead and transition or move or shift into also reading books along with it. You may not read any books. Just read anything. It doesn't matter which, just read something. Read magazines, read books, read something. Expand your mind. It took me a while to start reading it regularly. When I was in school didn't really paint it or sell it to me well. But as I got older, when I started finding things for myself, read's a very pleasurable and educational experience, and I highly recommend it. So also movies, TV, sports, all these things, but also books as well, and magazines, all those kind of things. So ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you in this Clips podcast. And until next time, we'll see. A good life is a series of joyful meetings and joyful moments. Francis Bacon. Till next time, it's Captain Peace.
The Captain Talks.